You are live with Dr. Chapa. Good evening. Wow, another week has gone by. Are you on your right trajectory for good health? I hope so. That's my heart's desire, is that you would live your best, be your best day in and day out. And tonight we're going to answer the big question. The big question is, why am I so tired? Oh, how many times throughout the week do you find yourself tired? How many times throughout the week do you find yourself just wishing it was Friday, that you could get through the afternoon, it was 5 o'clock, or that you could sleep in just a little bit longer because you're just not ready to tackle the day? This is the big question, and many people don't realize and understand why their body's breaking down or what they can do about it. So at drchopawellness.com, we want to teach you, educate you. We want to thrill you into better health. We want you to feel your best and perform your best day in and day out. And guys, it's your life, your health, your choice. It's up to you. Are you maximizing your health picture? And that is what we hope that you accomplish on your wellness journey with us. This is an opportunity to hang out with me and let me teach you, inspire you, entertain you, hopefully a little bit, to feel your best, perform your best on the Dr. Chapa Wellness Show, that we come to you live every week because we want you to know that education is critical and key. So I just want to say first on the front end, thank you so much for sharing our show, liking our show, being a part of our show. drchopawellness.com is here to give you a new leg up, so to speak, in feeling better, performing better day in and day out. So if you haven't gone to drchopawellness.com, we've got our detox in a box up on the site. It is a restoration, vitality program designed to give you a new edge on life. And I can't tell you, I got all kinds of stories in respect to what a detox can do for you. So like this show, share this show, be a part of this show every which way you can, every week, as we answer big questions. So we are talking tonight about, why are you so tired? Oh, I know. You just want to bang your head on the table. You just don't want to even, have you ever been so tired that you can't even fall asleep? Do you realize the amount of energy it requires to move the dial into a sleep state so that you can sleep well throughout the night? You know, we underestimate being tired. And honestly, there's actually another word for it. It's fatigue. You see, fatigue oftentimes at this level that we're describing is indeed looking for rocket fuel to get through the day, looking for basically a cattle prod to get you out of bed in the morning. You wake up more tired in the morning than when you went to bed. Give me a shout out down below in the comments. Is this you? Is this how you're feeling day in and day out? And if it is, guess what? Dr. Chapa is here to help you feel your best, perform your best each and every day. So if this kind of resonates with you, stay tuned. We're going to talk about how to turn this ship around. So if you wake up tired, pushing through your day with caffeine, you're crashing at night, this is not normal. And really and truly, it's not tired. The real definition is fatigue. So let's uncover the root cause. What's been told is that, hey man, life is busy, suck it up, buttercup, keep pressing forward, and yet you keep going to the doctor looking for answers, and your labs are unfortunately normal. Well, a lot of the issues around lab work is not that they're normal, it's that they're only being read through the lens of pathology, which essentially means you're missing opportunities to see where your body's really breaking down at what we call a rudimentary level, not a oak tree of disease. I want to pluck that root out, but when it's a weed, not have to saw it out of the ground or burn it out of the ground once it's mammoth and full grown. You see, when I say normal labs and when the Western medicine doctors say normal labs, we're not talking the same language. Their only focus is to look at labs through what we call a pharmaceutical lens, a pharmacy, a disease state, a diagnosis state, something the insurance company can recognize on a OCD code or ICD code or whatever the insurance codes are. It's stress driving you into this space. And that's why you don't feel good. That's why you're feeling wacky in the head and energy drained. No. And then, if you complain enough, they're going to give you a pill. We call that the pill for the ill model. This is not how God designed our bodies, guys. What's really happening is you have hidden imbalances. You've got adrenal stress issues, and you've got gut issues that are causing a complex vortex of more stress-induced overload. Your body can only keep up with so much. And if we miss some of the early hidden factors that we can look at in a standard blood panel, what we call a functional blood panel, we can see adrenal stress through sodium-potassium ratios. We can see adrenal stress through calcium, magnesium, phosphorus ratios. We can see adrenal stress through liver congestion patterns and or infectious patterns in your blood work. This stress overload now is compounded, complex, and very difficult to fix when you are also dealing with real life stresses. So we cannot keep looking at you through the old lens. We've got to look through a new functional lens, a new a questioning and answering program where we're actually asking you questions about how you're getting through the night, how you're getting through the day, what your dietary habits are. All life starts and stops at the cellular level, and nutrition's the driving force. Do you want to go onward, upward, goodward, and Godward, feeling great, amazing all the day long? Or do you want to spiral off into la la land? I was at a peptide conference this weekend, and we are excited about non-injectable peptides. And one of the things that we saw is that the people would say, if you're sick, all you can think about is your symptoms. And how can you be fully called to and committed to the call when your body is broken, when you're not feeling your best day in and day out? This is a huge conversation to have, and we want people to recognize that you don't have to stay in this space any longer. So please understand, there are hidden things in your blood work that we can fix. And when you fix these stress responses, specifically the adrenal glands, cortisol levels will begin to regulate. What is the cortisol levels? Well, first, what are your adrenal glands? You see on top of that kidney that she just opened up in that picture, that little TP on top is the adrenal glands. And the adrenal glands are first and foremost developed in utero. It's the first gland of your entire glandular axis that is developed. And without healthy adrenal glands, you cannot function well. You will not stress well. You will not recover well. You sure as heck won't sleep well, and your brain will not develop well. You will become very primal, reactive. Your body will be running hot and inflamed and redlining to the point where your blood sugar dysregulates and your inflammatory rates go up, and your body's ability to keep up with day in and day out activity that should be very functionally basic cannot be kept up with. Your adrenal glands must be cared for day in and day out. And never in history were we designed to run at the pace we are running day in and day out. So I really want to encourage us to understand the power. When I went to college, stresses were high. Deadlines to do tests were high. I remember a guy walks up to me and says, "Hey, you see what's going on in the room around finals time? Everybody's got Kleenexes. Everybody's sniffly. Everybody's sick. What's up with that?" Well, I say that is the norm. That's what everybody's doing. He goes, "You don't have to live like that anymore. Do you want a better solution?" I said, "Well, of course I want a better solution." He offered me adrenal support, adaptogenic herbs, nutritional intervention for my adrenal glands. He taught me what to eat around finals time. When I got my stress management protocol in place, my brain wasn't on fire anymore. When I got my cortisol in check, I wasn't reaching for the rocket fuel like all the other students were reaching for. I wasn't using Kleenexes because I was sick around finals time. Instead of having a survival overload hormonal mentality, I had a healthy rhythm where I was still able to go to sleep at night, retain the information that I studied the previous day, and get through the night restful. Still to date, even though I run at a pretty heavy pace, I still go to sleep well, wake up feeling refreshed in the morning. And so chronic stress flattens the curve. Fatigue, insomnia, anxiety set in. So you have to get this under control, or your brain's going to continue to feel like it's on fire. You're going to feel like your body's not recovering. And this is true blue stress. And so this is where we want to intervene and help people really grasp hold of a new way of living. And so when you do a detox program, that's one of the things that I use to stop this vicious cycle, because the vicious cycle is such that you going through your day are always struggling and you're always adding to your day. You know what busy stands for, right? Being under Satan's yoke. I don't want you being under Satan's yoke. These vicious cycles do not stop. And the day keeps unfolding. The moon goes up, the sun goes up, it goes down. The cycles of the day continue, and I am now behind. And that's what drives this vicious cycle out of control. And so who wants to live on that treadmill? Nobody. And so we want to get this under control. So why stress steals your energy? Cortisol is a hormone that is produced whenever you see your adrenal levels go up. We went too fast. No, we did good. What did I just do? There we go. So when stress levels steal your energy, cortisol levels go up, which then cause an imbalance or a fatigue feeling, and you start reaching for inflammatory foods or rocket fuel to get through your day. The high levels of cortisol will literally tear apart. It's a very what we call catabolic hormone that causes leaky gut. Leaky gut is essentially the breaking of the lining of your intestinal tract. And your intestinal tract is critical in stress management. If you cannot defend from the stresses of the day, then you're going to develop food sensitivities, which is going to drive you towards inflammation, which drives more cortisol imbalances, which leads to more leaky gut and disfigurement and causes more food sensitivities to food allergies. And now you're very susceptible on that vicious cycle. Or high stress steals your energy because it causes your blood sugar to go whoop, super high. And then, of course, whoop, super low. Who wants that for a pattern? Nobody. Which then causes you to have food cravings, which then drives inflammation, which then causes the blood sugar to not be just like having generalized cravings. Now you've got full-fledged inflammation and imbalances causing you to crave more sugar, and food imbalances and blood sugar mismanagement causing the fire to start happening inside your arteries. This is driving you toward disease. And when your body internalizes these things, your stress steals your energy. These are biochemical pathways that are being stressed. This hormone disruption. So when you're stressed out, your sex hormones are converted into stress hormones. So now you have no sex drive. You have no vim, vigor, and vip. Your metabolic hormones. How do you keep your metabolism hot whenever you're stressed out surviving? This is huge, guys. If you want a strong metabolic glandular system where your weight is under control, your body is healing and recovering through growth hormone upregulation, stress hormones have to be managed. So stress hormones get converted into these sex hormone. Stress hormones rob the sex hormones from full power, and all of a sudden you start seeing a complete what we call glandular disruption in the HPA axis. That's hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, ovarian, or gonadal axis, the testicular axis in the male. And so everybody's stress levels are essentially affecting their outflow, their output. Stress handling leads to cycle mismanagement, which causes energy crashes. Oh my gosh. So you poor gals and guys, look, you got hormones too. We call it menopause or andropause. But women and men both have hormonal dysregulation, and the cycles are not being handled appropriately in the female. And this is why we see a lot of not only just energy crashes and brain fog and exhaustion, but now infertility. So this is a huge thing. And then you get into menopause. Wow. Now you've got one of the worst, most rigorous menopausal years of your life. And unfortunately, perimenopause is happening earlier and earlier and earlier to women in their early 40s. Their body is starting to dysregulate. This is because stress from the outside world, whether food stress from what I call the crap, too many carbs, too much refined sugars, artificial ingredients, or processed food, lack of hydration, the wrong fluid intake, sleep mismanagement, crashes and steals your energy. And frankly, steals your life. And I don't want you feeling like you're being robbed. I want you dialed in. I want you feeling good. I want you performing good day in and day out. Otherwise, you're going to continue on that vicious cycle, feeling all the symptoms of stress management, mismanagement, should I say, and your adrenal glands not firing on all 8 cylinders. Morning fatigue, classic example. Second wind at night. Say that your brain kicks on at 6 p.m., 4 p.m. in the afternoon, 7 or 8 in the evening. That is a second wind. That means your adrenal glands are hyperdrive. I can test high thyroid, low thyroid, high pituitary, low pituitary, high adrenal, low adrenal, high ovary, low ovary. Outflows everything. And when these mismanagement symptoms are checking in, now you're craving salt, sugar, and caffeine all day long. You're seeing brain fog and poor focus throughout the day. You can't even get through your day, which unfortunately leads to overwhelm, which drives you to anxiety and depression, which how many people today are dealing with anxiety and depression and overwhelm? They can't get through their day because they feel like they're going to drive off a cliff. And then subclinically, what's happening when the cortisol levels from the adrenal gland and epinephrine, norepinephrine, and all your fight or flight hormones are going up, you're starting to develop an inability to break down food, GI issues, bloating, acid reflux, constipation. Your body is not interested in eating. It's not interested in procreating when your body is under these great deals of stress. So when normal isn't normal, what can we do? Well, we do salivary tests. We can look at your hormones. We can look at your adrenals. Fasting glucose swings. We can see what your blood sugar is doing. We can look at your DHEA levels, another adrenal hormone, and see what the outflow looks like. We can look at globulin levels. We can look at in a relationship to white blood cell patterns. We can do our metabolic inflammatory tests. Very affordable way to get in and see where your body is breaking down. And if you have symptoms, if you have a diagnosis, if you're on a medication, you absolutely positively need to be evaluated. And we don't need blood tests, but we use blood tests to help you on your trajectory to know, where we can course correct and tweak. Then we build a food plan. Then we've got to get you to apply the food plan, and then we've got to start repairing and supporting your stress management system. When that guy came along my path in school and said, dude, you don't have to live like everybody else is living. You can do these things. I began to realize that when it worked, not once, but twice, but every time I did it during the final season, I started going, well, why would I just do it while stress is high? Why wouldn't I do this when I'm even on a vacation to give my adrenals and my endocrine system, my pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, gonadal axis support when I'm on a vacation so that when I go back to the real world, I maximize my rest and recovery while I was not in the grind. You see, you don't have to wait until you're diseased or your blood work is out of range to know that you are in control of your health. Don't wait until bad things start happening in your real life and you're affected at the family level. You're affected at the work and communal level, at the school level, or wherever you're at in life. Don't wait until the symptoms are easy to recognize. Be proactive and let us help you figure out where your body's breaking down and what you can do to begin to course correct immediately. So I really want to get that point across to you, because your body wants to heal. You just got to give it the right tools to heal. Okay. So cortisol suppresses stomach acids and enzymes. Cortisol causes poor digestion and nutrient deficiencies. Cortisol causes dysbiosis and leaky gut and immune challenges, essentially causing your body to slip off into chronic fatigue. Stress wrecks digestion. So my word of advice is get this part right. When I started doing work early in practice, I just focused on, how do I start my day right in order to end it right? How do I get my blood sugar right? How do I get protein in, fats in, keep the sugars down, keep the crap out, the high carbs, the refined sugars, the artificial ingredients, the processed food out of my diet? When I did that regularly, and then I supported my body with glandular upregulation herbs like ashwagandha or rhodiola, or just fed the adrenal glands like vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, getting the mineral balance right, all of a sudden I began to control how my body managed the stress. Cortisol was impacted, better digestion, and it began to come online, and my body stopped the dysbiotic leaky gut symptomatology that drove me to chronic fatigue, and all of a sudden I had energy. I was getting through stressful events easier. I was going through the quote unquote seasonal illness like flu season with ease and not getting sick. So what are some steps to regain your energy? Well, you can restore the rhythm by getting good sleep hygiene every night. You got to get this right. When you go to bed, go to bed without a screen in your hand. Make sure that it's 5 feet away from your head. Make sure that you don't have any lights on in your room. Make sure the room is cool and dark. Make sure that you start your day right the next morning. Go outside and sit in the morning sun and let that sun just barrel into your eyes and begin to wake you up and reprogram your circadian rhythm. Refuel your body with healthy proteins, vitamins, minerals in the morning. Protein, fat only until noon. And you will see an amazing shift in how your body performs day in and day out. And this is really classic key number one for me. And then we start repairing your gut. Then we start the stress management support. And when that happens, now you're digesting better. And by the way, your labs will tell us. I saw a great sign today. It said, a good habit to keep, get a regular checkup, get your heart sound recorder, get your labs done with me. Let me evaluate you in the food realm and see what you're doing. And we can figure out ways to help you regain energy, vitality, longevity setups for all things in the future. Don't you want to be a graceful aging human? Don't you want to be the most awesome grandparent ever? Don't you want to fulfill the call that God put on your life? That's what I want for you. And that's what we see when we take people through our wellness programs. We have designed clinical nutrition programs all over, and we're building more. If you have questions, you can go to our website, drchapawellness.com. You can go to our other website, justlivewell.com. You can learn about health, healing, vitality programs and become a patient. You can get enrolled. You can take the bull by the horns. You can do your own protocol program, the Detox in a Box, at drchapawellness.com and maximize your overall recovery by doing 2 detoxes a year. So if you're exhausted, if you feel lousy, tired, fatigued, brain fog day in and day out, abnormal labs in patients come in every day, and they were told by their medical professional that their labs were normal. And I found adrenal stress. I found that they had protein digestion issues. I found that they needed a designed clinical nutrition program, and they were re-energized, revitalized, connected with life again, and they felt fulfilled, and they were able to overcome their life challenges, even in the midst of storms. You see, sometimes the storms of life don't let up just because you want them to. Essentially, when it rains, it pours. The Bible says it rains on the just and the unjust. And if you have a strong glandular system, if you are anchored in Christ, if you are eating well and stabilizing your sugars well, you are set up for success. And that's essentially what I want to see for you. So are you ready to stop feeling exhausted, tired, and broken down? Well, design clinical nutrition. It's your call. It's your way. It's up to you. You see, fatigue is not in your head. You really are feeling like you need rocket fuel to get through the day. So let's review your blood labs together. Let's get you on a wellness design clinical nutrition program. Let's teach you how to live better, be better, and stay better day in and day out, because it's your life, your health, your choice. You don't have to suffer. You are in control. It really is up to you. Are you doing the things that you need to do to reprogram, recalibrate your health and well-being? I hope so. And if you stayed to the end of this video, I want to say first, thank you. But I have something for you. If you put energy in the comments below, we will send you an adrenal quiz. We will send you a plan to do more of these things to repair your adrenal system, your stress management system, and give you back energy through lifestyle practices so that you can go out and make a difference in the world around you day in and day out. So put energy in the comments below and we'll send you that PDF. We want you to have access to it. If you're not a part of our newsletter, we want to get you enrolled in that. So you could put newsletter in the comments below and we'll get you in. We need your email. And so you could DM us your email and we will put you in our database. We want you to be educated and to find out how to live the best version of you day in and day out. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for sharing this with your friends, family, and loved ones and following us on all the major platforms. So I really want to just encourage you, if you've not detoxed this year, you still got time, 21 days, and then it's 3 months worth of benefit. And we encourage you to do 2 detoxes a year. And it is a great way to fuel your body back towards health, to decrease inflammation in the blood, the brain, the bowels, and maximize elimination and get the burdens off your body. So go to drchapawellness.com and you can get your program today. The drchapawellness.com website is where you can get your detox in a box, and you will feel refreshed, you will feel revitalized, and you will perform well. So energy for the PDF on how to stay healthy and to quiz yourself on good practices, as well as if you DM us your email, say newsletter, and here's your email, we'll put you on our weekly newsletter list. We want to educate you to perform better, live better, be better, stay in the game with us so that we can help you always and forever. So without further ado, want to remind you, Dr. Chapa loves you, and I know you can live your best life each and every day. And I'm praying for you, and I'm excited for you, and I can't wait for you to join the wellness revolution, becoming a wellness warrior, pulling all the strings with your health and living your best life day in and day out. So see ya. We'll check you on the flip side.